Sean brings up in the chat, spent $20 on bread, milk, OJ, and eggs. When can we potentially see milk go down in price, or other food items go down in price? Well, that would be certainly nice. I mean, it's kind of crazy that it was only what, less about a year ago that there was images and video of milk trucks that were just like draining the milk out of the trucks because they didn't, I guess they didn't have the capacity to be able to bottle it, or the necessarily the demand at the time. It kind of goes in the way of the what was it, the cash for clunkers thing, right? It's like, man, like we crushed all these cars in like 2009. Sounded like a great idea at the time, and yeah, they were, older cars, but now looking back just 10 years later, it's 10 plus years, a little over 10 years later, all those used cars could have came kind of in handy, and maybe help balance out the market, since the used car market, and in turn the new car market, is one of the main driving forces between, or because one of the main driving forces behind the inflation that we see. There's a lot of other factors, obviously, but that being was one of the driving factors. Was people can't get new cars, so they go for used cars, and there was only so many used cars available, and the price goes up, and then because there was only so many new cars being made, price goes up, and like I'm very much of the mindset that we will be able to get back, like I said in a previous video, in about a year to 2 years. It might not be quite back to the way things were, because if the wages do stay up, then obviously that's going to impact prices in a longer term. But I am of the belief that wages should have been keeping a better pace with productivity, which has like crazy outpaced wages, as while wages have stagnated since like pretty much the 90s. So it's, the 90s were 30 years ago, or starting 30 years ago. So it's not like it was yesterday, like some of us want to maybe believe. But so here we are, and hopefully, bread, milk, OJ, and eggs will be able to come back down in price. I tend to think that milk might be the one, between milk and bread, well, milk, bread, and eggs be the one that come down first, just because if OJ is being produced out of, depending where it's being produced at, it's got probably a further shipping, to get more shipping to get to where you're buying it at, right, the retailer. So that creates, because of the shipping issues out there, it does create a bit more of a expensive journey to the store shelves.